In this lesson of quadratic equations, part 1, we'll be looking at factorization of quadratic expression and solving quadratic equations by factorization. Quadratic equations can be solved by 4 different methods or ways. We could solve quadratic equations by factorizations, or by completing the squares, or by the general quadratic equation formula, or finally by the graphical method. Let us look at using the factorization method. But before we go into the factorization method, let us understand the concept of factorization. Look at this example. It says, given that x squared plus ax minus 24 is equal to x plus b, all in bracket, into x minus 12, also in bracket. Find the value of a and b. What we understand is that solution is that x squared plus ax minus 24 on the left hand side is equal to x plus b in bracket into x minus 12 also in bracket. So what we will do is to expand the expression on the right hand side, and this is how we are going to expand. We multiply this x here with this, multiply this x again with this, multiply this b with this, and multiply the b again with this. So this will give us x into x times x will give us x squared minus 12x plus bx minus 12b. So this means that our x squared on the right hand side plus ax minus 24 is equal to x squared, rearrange this, bx plus bx minus 12x minus 12b. This is 12b. So let us compare coefficients of terms both on the left and the right hand side. So x squared on the left hand side is equal to x squared on the left hand side, on the right hand side. Ax on the left hand side is equal to bx minus 12x, or we can rewrite it like this, b minus 12 all in bracket x. So what this means is that a is equal to b minus 12. We can say that this is our equation 1. Then minus 24 on the left hand side is equal to minus 12b on the right hand side. This means that our b is equal to minus 24 over minus 12. This will give us 2. So our b is equal to 2. We'll go back to equation 1. This is equation 1. We'll go back to equation 1 where we say our a is equal to b minus 12. So we substitute b 2 for b. This will give us a is equal to 2 minus 12. This is equal to minus 10. So our a is equal to minus 10 and our b is equal to 2. If we go to write the original equation, we'll get this equation as this: x squared minus 10x minus 24 will give us x plus 2 into x minus 12. Now, what this means is that if you factorize this expression, you are going to get this expression. However, the question says we should look for a and b, which this a is equal to minus 10 and our b is equal to 2. Let us look at another example. So this example says that 2x squared minus 5x plus c is equal to 2x plus d all into x minus d. Now let us start working solution. Our 2x squared minus 5x plus c on the left hand side is equal to 2x plus d all into x minus 1. Okay, like we did in the previous example, we have to expand the right hand side. So 2x times x will give us 2x squared. 2x times 1 will give us minus 2x. D times x will give us plus dx. And d times minus 1 will give us minus d. So 2x squared minus 5x plus c is equal to 2x squared plus dx minus 2x minus d. So let us compare coefficients of terms in both the left and the right hand side. So we have 2x squared from the left hand side is equal to 2x squared on the right hand side. We are done with that. Minus 5x. This is equal to plus dx minus 2x. We rewrite that. This will give us d minus 2 into x. So what this means is that minus 5 is equal to d minus 2. That means our d is equal to minus 5 plus 2, which is equal to minus 3. Our d is equal to minus 3. Then on the left hand side, the constant, our c is equal to minus d. But recall that our d is equal to minus 3. So it means that our c is equal to minus 3, which is equal to 3. So our c is equal to 3 and our d is equal to minus 3. Now that we have seen that quadratic equation could be as a result of factors multiply themselves, let us see how to solve quadratic equation by factorization. Now, in solving quadratic equation by factorization, the first thing you have to know is that the quadratic expression that forms the equation must be factorizable. Solution by factorization uses the principle where you have m n is equal to 0, then m is equal to 0 or n is equal to 0. Now let us see how to solve this equation. Solution. We have x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. What we are really concerned with is factorizing the left hand side, that is x squared minus x minus 2. So we will go by this. We'll look for, multiply the coefficient of x squared and the constant, and the coefficient of x squared is 1 times the constant, that is 1 times minus 2. This will give us minus 2. So what are the factors of minus 2 that when we add them, we will get the coefficient of x, which is minus 1. First, what we'll do is we'll list all the factors of minus 2. So we could have minus 1 and 2, 1 and minus 2. These are the factors of minus 2. And the one that will give us minus 1 is this when we add. So we come here and split this expression like this. X minus 2x plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. You can see that our minus 2x plus x is the same thing as a minus x. So we go ahead and put them into brackets. This will give us x squared minus 2x plus x minus 2, and this will give us 0. We'll look for what is common in the brackets. X is common here, we'll bring it out, so x minus 2 plus, there's an invisible 1 here before the bracket, so you can see that we have x minus 2 common. So we say x minus 2. In the first term we have x left, and in the second term we have 1 left. So this will give us 0. So we have, with the principle mn is equal to 0, we have x minus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. This will give us then x. If x minus is equal to 0, then x is equal to 2. Or if x plus 1 is equal to 0, please, this is 0, then it means that our x is equal to minus 1. So we have x is equal to 2 or minus 1. This is our answer. So we can try our hands in a lot of questions involving factorization of quadratic expression, and also try to solve quadratic equation by factorization. But we cannot solve all quadratic equation by factorization method only. There are other methods. Next is we move to completing the square method.